So, the Buddha Shakyamuni was a descendant of the Shakya family that is still around and he developed, because he was a Tathagata, he was, and could have been a Chakravartin, he was able to develop a method that um, sustains within a parameter that is unchanging. So that means that you can't, eventually it'll be sitting there like a container that nothing can fill and doesn't resonate anything. And that's when Maitreya will come. And Kashyapa, the sage Kashyapa, did something similar, but he was from a different basis and made something that doesn't stop. In fact, what Kashyapa did will be there again when the other two Buddhas have played through. Our world is not generating souls that are or energies even that are transferable to other world systems. They are being rejected and repelled by other world systems, and this is causing a blockage. And in order to manipulate that blockage, we've developed these hybrid systems that are not exactly what Shakyamuni did, and that are more hybridized with Kashyapa, but are also having output moving towards Maitreya. And it is a continuum. So you have some people who identify entirely as Buddhist, despite the fact that they're not actually, and you have people that that identify as purified, absolutely no Buddhism in them, and that's completely false also. So I was reading some Shakya practices in which the Lama had put at the end, may I put everyone on the stage of, whatever deity we're working on, whatever yidam we're working on. And it is really a stage. And while you're on the stage, you're behaving and behave. Why do we send girls to ballet lessons, right? Why do we send our boys to do kung fu? It manages their channels. It teaches them a lot of different behaviors that they use later in life. Maybe they continue with this, but usually they don't. And yet it leaves a mark on them. And being in these stages, being in these pageants, puts a mark on them. This mark makes them transferable throughout the multi-flowered world, and in the different variations that can go beyond the multi-flowered world, even if we're just marking some of their atoms. So I'm not saying that this stuff, when I compare you to different things, you're projecting westernized ideas on these, which, you should be aware of that, because if you read the Kama Sutra, there's a lot of different types of courtesan, isn't there?